Heyo, and welcome back to my channel. As you may have noticed, this is not my room. I am at somebody else's house. See, I wasn't even going to do a video this week, honestly, because I was never going to be at my house. I've been so busy. I was like, there's no good time. It's been dark and rainy all week, and so, I mean, literally, like, there's supposed to be a tornado right outside pretty soon, so if I die, I'll catch it on camera. But, like, it's been, yeah, really dark. Really just didn't have the time. Wasn't going to be at my house. Seriously was not in the brain space. I did not know what I was going to talk about. I had no idea. I had so much stuff I was thinking about and working through. Today was honestly just a horrible week. It was so hard. But it was so weird. Like, I had this tiny little inkling of something I wanted to say way back when, like at the beginning of this week, before a lot of stuff just kind of fell down on top of me. And I was pretty sure that I'd made a journal entry about it. And so I was like looking through my journal and I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, whatever, but like there was still that tiny little thought. And then I feel like God's built on that the rest of the week, and it was kind of just like, oh, like gave me enough to talk about in a video this morning actually. And today is, yeah, Friday, and stuff happened. Like, I got off of my internship early because it was gonna storm, and I was like, you know what, here we are, let's talk about it. Like, I need to speak this out loud as an encouragement to myself, and also maybe it will be encouragement to other people. I don't know. So here we are. Here I am. God gave me the words to say. Basically, it's just this thought that, like, I can't save myself. Which seems pretty obvious, right? It's like Jesus came and saved us, and he died for us because he lived the life we couldn't live, and he died the death we couldn't die, to pay the price we couldn't pay, to give us the life that we could never earn or afford or even understand. Which seems pretty obvious, and it's like at the core of the gospel, the center of my faith, and yet I find myself not living like that, and feeling like there are things that I can do, things that I can change, ways that I can step in and save myself, ways that I'm not trusting God. I'm like, God is my plan B. Like, here's how I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take control of this situation. I'm going to understand I have this plan. I have this way that this is going to work out. I'm going to bring about my own salvation. That's really what it is. When I dig deeper, look closer, that's really what I'm saying. Which is kind of terrifying, kind of horrible, and in some ways I'm really grateful for the situations that God puts me in that really shakes that belief that there is anything that I can do to protect myself, to save myself, to make the hard things go away, to heal myself. It's him. He is literally my only hope. And while that's really hard to remember, while it feels so scary and so helpless sometimes, there are no hands I'd rather be in. Like, would I really rather try to bring about my own salvation, try to work on my own behalf, or let the God of the universe, who's stronger than this, who can actually overcome it, who can actually heal me, can actually bring redemption in all of these areas, like, wouldn't I rather let him be at work? Which makes me think of the verse that says, be still and know that I am God. And that's been so comforting. God keeps giving me that verse over and over again, but it's in this different version, because I think I heard this from a podcast. He was saying, like, what that really means is drop your hands and know that I am God. Like, that could be another way to translate it. And that phrase keeps coming back to me in my journaling, in my quiet times. Stop. Like, stop trying. Stop scrambling to piece your life back together. Stop trying to bring about your own salvation, to pull together the wreckage and create something out of this. Drop your hands. Stop. Be still. And then know that he is God. Let him work. Have it proven to me that he loves me, that he is working on my behalf, that he is stronger than me, stronger than this situation, stronger than anyone else, greater than all the powers of darkness and all the schemes that the enemy throws against me, greater than me, greater than my own temptations, greater than my own fears, greater than my own mistakes. He is God. Which, thinking about that, then reminded me of this other verse that I read in Isaiah, and this time I looked it up. I was prepared. So it's Isaiah 42:8, and it says, I am the Lord, that is my name. I will not yield my glory to another, or my praise to idols. Which, thinking about that, gave me so much hope, because that is the truth. Like, I want it to be so true in my life, like so evident that Jesus saves. That he is greatest, strongest, most beautiful, most kind, most loving, most gentle. And he is a jealous God. He's jealous for our hearts, and he's also jealous for his glory. And so rather than looking at this as like, oh my gosh, my life is falling apart, like all of these horrible things are happening, I don't know how to deal with this, my anxiety levels are off the roof, I'm exhausted, I'm miserable, I'm sick even. Instead of looking at it like that, of like, what do I do with this? How do I fix this? Look at it as maybe God is trying to be Lord of my life, that he's so jealous for my love and for my attention that he's not willing to give that praise to anything else, that he wants to bring me to the end of my rope. So that I know I'm helpless without you. I cannot save myself, because he will not yield his glory to another. Like, he will be God. In the end, like, That's what it's all about, is like his glory and his fame being revealed, that all the nations would worship him, that we would all bow our knees and confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. And he's not willing to let anything else have that place. Nothing else deserves that kind of glory, and so he will not let anything else have that kind of glory. Not me, not my idols, not my securities that I put up that I'm like, I think this is going to be enough for me, God. Like you can chill out. Like, I don't think you're going to move on my behalf, so I'm going to have to chase after this idol. He's like, literally, I will not yield my praise to idols, because they're false. They cannot move. They cannot speak. But I am a living God. I speak to you, and I move on your behalf. He's so worthy of my worship and my adoration. And I want to know that he saves. I want to drop my hands and know that he is God, and then sit there on the sidelines and praise him for who he is and what he's done. Because I believe he will do it. He does move on our behalf. He does heal our hearts. And if this is a way that he's trying to bring me back to him, may he have his way. May he do whatever he needs to in my life to be glorified, to be shown that he is a savior, that he is better than anything else, that he is so much more worthy than anything else. So there's that. Like, I have been so convicted of trying to save myself, trying to set up my own securities. And it makes me think of Jesus on the cross. Everyone was like, if you're the Messiah, save yourself. And he actually could have, but no, he waited for God. He waited and was still and let God do his work. He drank that cup for our salvation. So it's like, if even Jesus wasn't willing to step in, call down his angels, and save himself, what makes me think I have a right to? What makes me think I have a right to put my security in anything other than God? To chase any other plans other than Jesus? Like, I don't need a plan B. God and his power is the only thing that saves me, and I don't want to be running to all these other things. I don't need to have my backup plan in case God doesn't come through for me, and I don't need to chase that first in case God isn't going to come through for me. Like, it's him and him alone. And if I live like that, I will see his power at work in my life. I truly do believe that. So that was what I wanted to say, is that we try so hard with all of these other things, and we chase all of these other securities, and we think that that can save us from pain, from sadness, from hurt, from the past, and nothing can. Only Jesus can save us, can heal us. And then that reminds me, so then I read this verse in Jeremiah, and it says, heal me, Lord, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved. And then I took that to be, like, first of all, yes, it's true that only God can heal me. Only God can save me. If he heals me, I'm healed. Nothing else that I think heals me actually has. He saved me, and I am saved. Nothing else that I think will save me or has saved me actually did or actually will. But then also, that goes with me trying to drop my hands and be still and know that he is God. To just trust that he is healing me, and that his healing for me truly heals me. That his salvation for me has truly saved me. Even if I don't feel like it, even if I feel like it's not sufficient, or there are these other things that I want to, like, supplement it with to, like, make sure I'm covered, make sure that I'm satisfied. No, I don't want to chase after those things. I want to be content with just God, and I want to trust in just God, and I want to believe in just his power and his love. And so this is my trust, this is my testimony, that if he heals me, I am healed. That is enough for me, and I will wait on his salvation. Thank you for watching, and goodbye until more interesting things happen.